Boker Tov, good morning. Safra Tava, Baruch Hashem, אנחנו נמצאים בבית מדרש של צבי. והאם ראית בצ'אט שלי ששמתי שהשוור של שמואל גרינוולד, חנוך אריה פרידמן, הלך לעולמו.
Oh, that's a shver?
That was his shver. And I had the privilege of speaking to him because, you know, I'm into Chavetz Chaim, and he was the real Chavetz Chaim maven. Besides making siyumim every year, Simchas Torah, did you know him at all? Did you know of him? But you heard that he was nifter.
Yeah, I saw the signs.
Yeah. And anyway, so Gedolei Hador, you know, something very... When I mentioned the fact that he was the Chavetz Chaim al Torah, that he's the one who published it, he put it out, that he mentioned the fact that he also published 40 other Sforim, so, you know, wow.
He wastes his time.
That's right.
World.
Anyway, so you can see what you could do in a lifetime. Lichtov kol ish sefer Torah le'atzmo. You could write your own sefer Torah. You know, not only the actual be a sofer, but you could be a misaper. You could be someone who could say divrei Torah. And today, unfortunately, we have to mention another Chalal, another fallen Gibor Yisrael, Ayal Uriel Bianco Ben Shloshim. So you know he was in his Miluim, and he came from Katzrin in Darom, Lebanon, and he's the number. I mentioned so many numbers yesterday of the Shoah, but we have a Shoah today. Every soldier that falls is a Shoah. We've lost 937 soldiers. Today is the art side of the Maharitz, Rabbi Yechia Salach, and Yisachar Dov ben Shaul Rubin, Vigam et Aaron ben Yitzchak Menashe Rosenfeld HaKohen, and Shabtai Sheftel ben Yeshua Levi the Shalah. He's the son. Shabtai Sheftel ben Yeshua Levi, the son of the Shalah. Okay.
Son of who?
Shnei Luchos Abris, the Shalah.
The Shlah.
The Shlah. Okay.
Looks like a patriot.
I know. Let's hope it's not. Oh, there, wow. Anyway, that reminds me of that the last patriot that I heard, the building shook. I don't know if you had it over where you are in Bayit Vegan, but there was one, you know, when we had an azakah, and all of a sudden the building shook. And Chas v'Shalom, we thought maybe it really was a nefilah, but it turns out it just was a patriot going out right over our heads. Anyway, let's get back to Tehillim.
From the Knesset?
What?
From the Knesset?
From the Knesset, yes. The Knesset has their own defense system. Okay, so we're up to Perek Yud, and I wanted to have a little yeshivish. I don't know, we get different reactions from Tzvi, but this is Perek Yud.
לא מועדוינו תמרית ברוחו יגדלים לאיתו יספות צורו בגבס ראשו ידלקון לאיתו פסובים זימויס זוכו שומו כלי ראשו תבס נפשו יויצע בירך נייצע דוינוי
ראשו גדול ואפו
בלדרוי שאין אלוהים כל מזימויסו יחילו דרכו בכל עץ מרוי משפטיך מנגדוי כל צירי רוב יופיח בוהם אומר בליבו בלמוית לדור ודיר אשר לא יברו לא הופיעו מלב ומרמויז וסויך תחס לשני עמול ואורבן יישב במערב חצרים במסתורים ירוי כנוקי עינוב לחילוכו יצפוינו ירוי במסתור כאריה בסוכו ירוב לחטויפני במשכו ורשתויים ידכה יושוח ונופל בעצומו וחיל גויים אמר בליבו ישוכח אל הסתיר פניו על רול הנצח קומה אדוני נשא ידיך אל תשכח הנובעים על מני עץ ראשו אלוהים אמר בליבו לא יסיד ראש רואי איסו כי התומול וחז תביט לא סס בידך הולך יעזוב חליך יעשוי מתו יישאי זה ישבו יזרו ירשו ורת תדרוש רישוי ואל תמצוא אדוני מלך עולם ועדו זוגי מארצוי תאבס הנובעים שומעתו אדוני תוכין ליבום תקשיב אוזנך נשפוט יוסוין ודוח בל יוסיף אוי לעבוי צנויש מן הארץ.
Acheinu.
Maybe you want to record me tomorrow.
Acheinu. We used to do that. Well, Acheinu. Koveis Yisrael. Hanasunim b'tzara. Ra'u v'ashivya. Omdim ben bayam u'ven bayabasha. Hamakom yirachem aleim yotziim mitzara. Bagola ubizman kori zman nomar amen begavas Russia mit grois halter von Russia yidlak oni Jogt nocht dem Aramen. Jogt.
הוא די פחריה אני.
Jogt is to
Jogt
real.
is to run after.
Is to hunt. Okay.
Jogt.
Jogt.
Jogt is to run after.
Jogt. Nocht dem. Listen, Google has a different idea, but I would say it's a shame. It's a synonym.
It's a verb. Jogt.
Yeah, jogt. Yeah. You say to run after. Here it says to hunt. Although Yidlak is more like run after, that's true. Yitfosu zeveren gehabt b'mezimos zu chashvu. Mit der schlechte Machshavas was trachten die Rishoim pflegen viazoi zu fangen the arama.
Zu fangen.
Fangen to catch.
Why is it catch? Opfang is the beginning.
Yeah, well, that's something else. But catch, fungen.
Fungen is what you get on your foot.
That's, okay, here we go. You're having a lot of fun, and
I'm just funging around.
But bring. Anyway, so that's our Yiddish for today, and I figured I'm sure you have your glossary.
Oh, I had one of those days yesterday where I was cruising along. I had some time. My wife had some food shopping, so I usually stay in the car and do things that I have to do. So I caught up a little bit of my Yiddish.
Yiddish, but which one? Beis Yehuda?
No, the Duolingo. And I was cruising through a few lessons.
Everything was good.
And all of a sudden, it said to me, like, without saying it, it's like, so you think you're doing well, huh? Try these. And all of a sudden, like, each one I was getting stuck on. That's the problem. That's the intricacies of the Yiddish.
I think every language has,
but I don't know but there have to be rules, and they don't teach any rules, so I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just making the same mistakes over and over again.
But you have a phenomenal memory. You'll be able to remember all these words. Like for me, if you tell me 10 minutes later, that's my memory span. Anyway, so we're talking about
I do want to tell you that my car is Choser B'Tshuva.
In what respect?
It's going into services today.
And does that mean for a while, or for one day, or?
For one day.
One day.
Same day.
So it
has two things. It has a 15,000 kilometer service, which is the first service.
Right.
And it also has a recall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, second recall on this car.
Really?
Yeah.
Something major?
I don't know. No, I don't think it's major, but it's the second time that I got a letter for a recall, and I have to. Same time they'll do the service. They'll do the
okay.
Change what has to be changed.
I mean, the word recall means to remember.
I recall it. Yeah.
To remember, recall that. There we go.
This
What-
is recall.
Recall. Milara or Mele'il? Recall. Depends where, if you're Boston or you're from New York. Anyway, Rabbi Yechia Salach the Maharitz ben Yosef Salach Nolad Be'ir Tzina, which is in the capital of Taiman. I wonder what the English for the capital of Yemen is. They keep talking about. We should know because those guys. Anyway, don't want to say Lashon Hara on Yemen. Anyway, Bishnat Nolad ב-1714 ונפטר ביום כ"ח ניסן שזה היום ב-1805. אמו הייתה בת רב דוד קפח. רבי יחיא נחשב כבר בצעירתו. קפח. נחשב כבר בצעירתו לעילוי מסמד. שימש אצל גדולי הדור. רב משרקי מחבר ספרים שתילי זייסן. See, I never heard. That's beautiful about this. I haven't heard about 90% of the Svarim here. Al Shulchan Aruch, Rashi Psamim, Al Yeridea, Revid Zahav. The truth matters, I heard of the Revid Zahav.
Yeah, that's what Yosef wore when.
That's true. Rabbi Chichia ben Ha Nagid Shalom Araki, Hit Parnes, Tchila Bebetzurafot. That's melting. Betzurafot. V'achar kach, Meksivas Stam became a sofer. Bishnat 1848 Manelo Ravid Rosh Abbezdin LeKehilat Teiman. Higi Elav Sheilot Mimerchakim Alfei Shulatov Kulam Ba'omek Ubedikduk Lo Kam Kamo Bilfanav V'Achrav B'Teiman Shedom Alo B'Hekef Pulatov Elu Chelik Me'atshuvot Hotziu B'Sefer Pu'ulat Tzadik. Never heard of it. B'Sefer Zeh B'Seis. And by the way, when talking about memory, I think I read this two years in a row. I still don't know. That's why it's important every year to be mazkir the neshama. B'sefer zeh b'seis v'chizek manhigei yahadut Teiman. Yesh bo gam yediot historit rabot hamlamdot al chayei Yehudei Teiman betkufato. You know, when you talk about Teimanim, I remember when I was in Kerem B'Yavna, Mishpachat B'dichi. I remember that's my introduction to Yemen. And it's really a beautiful, Masorah. Rabbi Yechia Gam Amad B'Rosh Yeshiva.
I thought your introduction would have been Hello Teiman.
The truth of the matter was chug. I still remember that, the first chug.
My wife makes chug.
And let me tell you, the first chug I ever had, I will never forget.
What was the last one you ever had?
Every Shabbos, I have
I
have saruf. I have the most charif one.
Oh, you like
I love it. I love
really?
it.
Which one, the red one or the green one?
The red. The red.
Wow.
And I love it. Anyway, Shemimen, it's my only Shabbos.
You also like Tabasco sauce?
Yes, true. And I like, what do you call that? Green?
Buffalo?
Green. Shemimen Yosef Rabbanim Gdolim B'neihem B'no Rab Avram Shemilei Mekomo Rab Yosef Al Kara Shekihen Karav Bezdin Achrav Et HaRabbanut Nahag Ba'anava Ba'ahava V'chiba. Isn't that a good one? Could you imagine if you say, could you describe this Rav? He has humility, love, and affection. Livnei Edoto. Lo Chas Al Kvodo. Hitnaheg B'chasidus Saprishus Kol Yomav. Rabbi Yechia Amal Vases Manhigei מנהגי קדמונים, כהן בלאכה והן במסורת התפילה. לשם כך חיבר את הסדר עם פירושו עץ חיים. I've heard of the Pirush Eitz Chaim on the Siddur. Wonder if that's him. Yichel Gam Chiber Chelek Dikduk. Bo Bi'er Girsa'ot Mesorah L'Kriya B'Tamel V'Dikudoteha. If I would mention the word Bar Kali, does that mean anything to you?
Bar Kali?
Yeah, Bar Kali.
No.
When I studied Dikduk, that was a Luach HaPo'alim, the Bar Kali.
With that green book?
I don't know what color. You're into colors today. Yes, it was. Exactly. The tiger.
Rectangular.
Yeah. Hifil Hufel Hisba'il. I mean.
I do have that book.
And would you ever try to talk to someone with proper Dikduk, talking about Yiddish? Forget it. Hebrew.
Hebrew.
No, the only one I remember, and I used the word dikduk, ivrit mitzuchsechet, was Yeshaya Leibovitz. When I used to talk to him, he had a biblical Hebrew, biblical Hebrew.
Okay.
Anyway, so
here we are. We have quite a number of words.
Okay, here we go. Our daily diet.
Okay, see, so this yesterday was behalten, that was hiding, right?
Right.
So there's an expression, "Es geht mir nicht."
It's not going well for me.
So it's interesting. They translate that as "I do not care."
Oh.
Es geht mir nicht.
Mach nicht aus. Mach nicht aus would be I don't care.
Right. But they say here, "Es geht mir nicht." On sei du bist reich, sei arm.
Whether you're rich or poor.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. Op-ed. I'm going to do an op-ed for you.
So here's the Bahn fährt über die Brick, steht der Held.
The train goes over the tracks.
Bridge.
Bridge. Oh yeah.
Brick is a bridge.
Bridge. Right. Brick.
And now this is a word that before I spoke Yiddish, so that you spoke a number of words of Yiddish, right?
Right. Only poor Wörter.
And you didn't, you don't know. If you would tell me how do you spell that, I don't know how to spell that. But we used to say stare hate. Stare hate meant quietly.
Yeah.
But that's not the word. Here's the proper word.
Schweig.
No. Steiter hate.
Steiter hate.
Not stare hate.
Steiter hate.
Steiter hate.
Wow.
It means slowly. Steiter hate.
Also, it doesn't mean quiet, so it's a different word.
Oh.
Steiter. It's a different word. Steiter.
Different word. Means what I say means?
Slowly.
Slowly. Okay.
Langsam. What about the word langsam is slowly, I think.
Here's the next one. Sorg nicht. Do not worry. You will find.
Deigen nicht.
You will find your soulmate soon.
You wird gewinnen dein Zivug. Yeah, that's the way I would say it,
Yeah, I
man.
know that's the way you would say it. It's kind of like we didn't learn Yiddish from you. So do not worry is not deigen nicht, but sorg nicht.
Sorg nicht.
Sorg dich nicht.
Wow, forget it, man.
Sorg dich nicht. Wirst schon bald. And when you want to say soon,
Wow,
it's
it's
not
almost
bald.
like very.
Schon bald.
Schoenbald is like immediately.
And find is not what you said, but
Gefinnen.
not gefinnen, but treffen.
Oh, but Jeff, and that's true.
Schon bald treffen dein Bascherten.
By Sheridan.
So the proper way is sorg dich nicht, wirst schon bald treffen dein Bascherten.
So I'm going to tell you, I said it my way, but the way you said it,
my way.
but the way you said it, I understood it. In other words, it's not like it was so esoteric that I have no idea what you're talking about.
See, here's another one. I mean, I got all these wrong. It said, after the wedding, we will both be brother-in-laws.
Nach dem Chasene wird man sein Schwägern.
Wellen sein,
Schwager.
I wrote Wellen sein mir beide Schwagers.
Beide Schwägern.
Wrong.
Schwägern.
Nach der Chasene Wellen mir beide sein Schwagers. Not Wellen sein mir beide, but Wellen mir beide sein Schwagers.
I don't know.
I cannot sweep up without a broom.
Oh, we've done this before.
I think you swept that one under the carpet.
I remember we used the word broom.
Yeah, broom is a good, important word. Besom.
Besom.
Like
But I use the besom in the Schwitz.
Like besom buddies?
No, but I think with besom, a besom is the thing that you clap another guy with a
broom.
in a Schwitz.
You whack him.
You whack him. No, but I forgot.
Sweep up is oiskerin.
Oiskerin. Huh?
Oiskerin. So the proper way to say it is, ich kann nicht oiskerin on kein besom. I wouldn't know how to say that.
I wouldn't even understand what you just said.
Ich kann nicht oiskerin. I can't sweep it up. It's oiskerin on without a broom is unkein bezim. Not unbezim, but unkein bezim. Okay, I think
you stumped us.
I think that's enough for one day.
Stumped us. And are you gonna? It looks
Sure
it looks a little. But you're ready to go.
Now I started to use the.
You figured them out.
I figured it out. It's good because they're adjustable. Like you sit there and you sit in a chair, and instead of you can like
you
push
can adjust
this, and if it's on full, you go like.
I can't move at all.
You can't move it at all. If you turn it back, it's easy.
So let me ask you a very important question. Sometimes the adjustables are hard to move. Are the adjustables?
Oh, it's very easy.
They are easy. Good, because they should actually oil them on a regular basis.
It's new.
It's new. No, I'm just saying because it's sometimes very frustrating when you want to adjust something and you can't even adjust it.
Yeah,
but they so that's one machine. But a few of them you were able to figure. Once you got one, you got all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many different machines are there? You're tempting me to go.
Oh, there's a lot. They have bikes. I told you. They have sit-ups. They have these machines. They have one for.
By the way, on the issue of bikes and bike vegan, do they have kids on electric bikes that are under 18?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they really should enforce that. It's very, very dangerous. We have over here in Shari Chesed, we have a rental place where these are big bikes and they're 5-year-olds that are on it and they are zooming. They're doing 20, 30 miles an hour in a street and they can't even...
I got used to. They do it on the sidewalk.
Didn't we lose, what's his name?
Yeah, Adaris.
Adaris. We lost. Anyway, they should do something about it. If anybody's listening to us...
they should enforce it.
They should enforce it. Akifa. That's a good word. The in Yiddish is the word akifa. Zu machen.
To enforce?
To enforce. We'll find out. That's a good word. A little homework. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Always appreciated of Tzvi. I feel we're back in the saddle. Seattle.
You feel like you're getting off the horse?
Muscle horse. Oh, I forgot. Talking about Rabbi Yechiel Salach, the Maritz, and we were mentioning the books that he published, the Sharei Kedusha, the Sharei Tahara, Bishnat 1762, Gazar Melech Almadi Abbas, Laharos et Batei Knesset, Vakahal Itpazru V'Itpalu B'Tehem, Gzera Zu Ziyizah, and Rabbi Yechiel שחיבר 4 כינוס לזכר החורבן הזה. אחרי מות עמדי, לאחר ש30 שנה, ביטל בנו המלך אמנצור, תמורת שוחד את הגזירה, ובנו מחדש את בתי כנסת. המעריץ הזדרז ובנה מכספו בפאר והדר את בית כנסת בית צלח. משלושת בנים היו רב אברהם שמילא מקומו, כרייבי ושוחט ובודק, רב יהודה ורב יוסף, היו כולם תלמידי חכמים מופלגים. עכשיו, שמעיהו מביא מפעולת הצדיק מהספר שלו, קהל שאין להם ספר תורה לקרוא בו בשבת רק בחומשים, שאלה אם יכולים לקרוא ההפטרה בברכה, כיוון שלא קראו בתורה בספר כשר, אחרי בירור טעמי התקנה לקריאת ההפטרה בציבור מעסיק מסקנות ראשונה שיכולים לברך על ההפטרה. היום זה גם כן יורצייט של יששכר דב בן שאול רובין, מחבר תללי האורות. Okay, that's a very famous sefer. נולד ב-1962 ונפטר ב-2008. למד בישיבת לצעירים רוז'ין בבני ברק, אחר כך בישיבת פונוביץ' וכל אל אברכים. היה ראש מספתא בישיבת קרלין, סטולין, לצעירים. אחר כך משגיח בישיבת בייס חלקיו ב-1985. היה מחבר תלי אורות האגרה. היום זה גם כיורצייט של אהרן בן יצחק מנשה רוזנפלד הכהן, שנולד ב-1926 ונפטר ב-2001, מצאצאי אהרן הגדול מקרלין, למד בישיבת בית זבול בירושלים, היה ראש משפטה בתלמוד תורה עץ חיים, ראש משפטה בתלמוד תורה אלוי בבני ברק, היה אדמו"ר מפינסק קרלין ב-1991. חיבר אורחות ארון המשנס חינוך. היום זה גם כן היורצייט של שבתאי שפטל בן ישעיהו הלוי, as I said, the son of the Shlach, ב-1621 היה דרשן בקהילת פראג, ב-1628 היה רב בפיורדה, ב-1632 היה רב בפרנקפורט, בדמיין, ב-1641 היה רב בפוזנה, 1658 הרב בדווינה היה מחבר גבי העמודים. Okay, they used to say someone who by the way, I forgot to mention, he's, of course, the Mechuna, the Sheftel Sagat, who נולד ב-1592 ונפטר ב-1660. Someone who has so many positions, people would joke and say, you can't hold a job. Anyway, now we're going to נדחי ישראל, כ"ח ניסן, אנחנו עוד בהקורע, rendering, or cutting, אסור to tear. אסור לקרוע ניורים הדבוקים ביחד. You can't tear apart papers that are glued together. שדבקום בכוונה ונעשה לקיום. And originally were glued to permanently. אבל אם במקרה נזדבקו, but if inadvertently they were stuck together, פתע בספר על ידי שווה, by some wax, יוצא בו, like for example something that it's not like crazy glue, mutar lefatchan, you can open them. And sif katan gimel kli shekoshrim piv b'chutin. Again, we're talking about something on the top of a vessel that's a stopper over beged, which is either with threads or with a cloth. Mutar lachtocha chut, you can cut the thread, likroa beged, or tear the cloth. May Allah im tzarich lekach, if you need the vessel. Okay, now we're up to the 22nd Av Malacha, which is snaring or hunting, Seder. Hatzad, davar shedarko letzud, if you hunt something that is generally hunted, kedon kol chaya v'ov, any animal or bird, chayav. For hunting something like that, it is the deraisa. V'davar she'ein darko letzud, if you hunt something that's not generally hunted, asur midrabanan. Still, you should not hunt because it is an isur d'rabanan. L'chein asur letzud zvuvin or parashim. You can't try to catch flies or fleas on Shabbos. Elam came in kotzemoto. However, if they're about to bite you, on mutter, litlam biyado, and you might say they're muksa. You said if they're about to bite you, you can put them in a way, you can carry them away, luzarkum. Put a cup on top of them, and which is a form of tzeda, but you're not doing it to trap them. You're doing it so that you could throw it out through the window. Avolo yahargam, but you can't kill them on Shabbos. Kamosha nichtav l'kamen b'dina shochet. Koshken yasur lotzud behema v'chaya. When talking about flies and fleas, then surely you're not allowed to hunt animals and chatul or a cat or ofot. When you talk about hunting, you mean trapping or putting them in a closed place. That's a form of hunting. She mordu baruchu, or these are even domesticated animals that are running away from the area, and you want to bring them back home. Elu imsadim chayav. If you hunt them, you are chayav chatas. Va'avazim, geese, v'tarnagolim, and chickens. V'chol behema v'chaya shegalim beisa, that were domesticated, they're in your house. your pets, the hurgalu, or the your local chickens, the hurgalu, kavar beso, and they're regularly in your house. Vafilu im yotzim yavo me'atzmim, even if they, like a dog or a cat, if it goes out on its own, it comes back. Lebeso im yasum ibeso asul sudam. Even under those circumstances, even though they can come back, you cannot trap them, and others can't get them to come back. L'tfasim b'yadayim, take them with your hands. Al kol panim, hey muksa, they are really muksa, which is I would say this is the Chafetz Chaim paskening, but I think there are different days as to whether it's behemta or melecha. However, you can tell a guy that do your favor, bring back the animal, misyori shema yavad, maybe it will get lost. The imtino sar osam, and if we're talking about someone's not bar mitzvah, ein mochim biodo, we don't protest. The gam yesh lahatir la'amod lefonav ad sheikanes la'ezabayis, if you could stand in such a way so that it will direct him, without hunting them, without physically doing it, just by standing in a certain position, you will direct the animal in a certain way, ola ezumakom, amishtamer, so that'll eventually land up in a protected place. That was okay. I will sus, a horse or a chatul or a cat, she mordu, that is running away, v'chein avozim v'tarnagolim, a geese or chickens, shekana mechodesh, that are new, lo hurgu kvar bebeso, and they're not domesticated, the globe me'atzmam, o shemordu v'enam chozrim o bebeso, they have run away from the house, that is asir. Klala shedover. So what is the general principle? Ein chiluk bein avozim v'shar behema. There's no difference between geese and other animals, v'chai v'of, and fowl. Ela im hurgalu, if they are domesticated, kvar bebeso, uboy ma'atzman, the beso, and they come back to their house, muter la'amod b'fneim, then you can redirect them by standing in a certain way, shiagzru memela, that they will be encouraged to come back on their own. Otherwise, echad. Awal im lo hurgalu adayim bebeso, but if they're not all domesticated, avzeh, you can't even stand in a certain way. Also, mikomak, it's a form of seda. Mikomakom kimin she'ein shomim more than, since they don't really listen to the more than yesh v'hakel ayidei enihuda, then a guy will be able to use them. Mikomakom afilu she'kansu lebeis, even if they come into your house, aini so she'enam nachum netosam sham. If it's a big house, you got to be careful how you deal with it. B'vad she'ish she'eino Yehudi lo yatzudo sam b'yadayim d'zeh tzedem in the Torah. So you can have a goy deal with them, but the goy should not even trap them with his hands, because that would be the form of Seder Doraisa. Small paragraph B, Tzipor, Shenichlas, the base Dodach. The bias, Derech Alon, a bird that comes into your house through a window, also Liskora Chalon, you cannot close the Chalon, Elam Kain, Bisman Kor, unless you have a different reason, not to trap him, but to get rid of the cold, and that you have never, by closing the window, you are not trying to trap the bird, mutter. Under those circumstances, it's mutter. Kivin she'ein both say the midaraisa, adayin shaharei afilu, the bias ein noach l'tofso v'chein, and yasa sipor mitoch hakan. If the sipor comes out, shekorin shtaig, if it comes out of a cage, l'toch habayis, afal pisha nichnas me'eleho, l'toch hakan, even if it goes into the cage on its own, also l'zgora de'elet shalakan. And once he's in there, so you figure that's a form of trapping, closing the door. He says, no, you can't even do that. Shari Seder Midaraisa, because that is a case of Seder in the Torah. Chain Tarn Legolim Lozim Shelo Urgolu Adayin Lebeso, and we say chickens. This is for what we're going to continue tomorrow. Chickens and geese. that have not been domesticated. Also, lachnisum lalul, you can't put them in a coop. Teiga deraisa, because that's a form of hunting in deraisa. Okay, let's see how much time we have. Okay, I think we've overcome our stay. We wish our Lachoim a refuah shlema, and I'm going to publish a list tomorrow of Yedidya Atlas, Jed Atlas, circulated a list of the real, very seriously wounded soldiers, and there's a list I think I'm going to read from that list tomorrow, and I'm going to publish it. So I wish everyone today Chaim Tovim.